Hello everyone, welcome to MSFT webcast. In this video, you will learn how to install Windows Server 2022 on an Oracle VM VirtualBox. We can install Windows Server 2022 on a physical server, or we can use virtualization programs to install and experience it on our desktop or laptop computers. Before installing Windows Server 2022 on a physical server, it is a good idea to build and test it in a virtual environment. Go to Microsoft Evaluation Center Downloads page to download the ISO file for the evaluation version of Windows Server 2022. Link to download ISO image is given in the description area. Launch Oracle VM VirtualBox Manager and follow the steps to create Windows Server 2022 virtual machine. Click on New. On the Create Virtual Machine window, type in a descriptive name to identify the virtual machine and select a machine folder to save virtual machine files. In this example, I am giving name WS 2022. Now, select the ISO image. Click on Other and select Windows Server 2022 Evaluation Edition ISO image. Click on Open. The OS Edition information will be populated automatically based on the selected ISO image. If ISO image is not provided, then we have to manually select the OS type and version settings. Select the checkbox to skip unattended installation. Click Next to continue. Set the memory size to 4 GB or more. Let me specify the value to 8 GB. For better performance, we can add more CPU cores and make it a minimum of 2 CPU cores. Here, we will set 4 CPU cores. Also select the checkbox Enable EFI for EFI installation. Click Next. On the virtual hard disk page, select Create a virtual hard disk now. Configure the possible hard disk size of your choice. Here, we will be allocating 500 GB of storage size. Click Next. Click on Finish and we will have a Windows Server 2022 virtual machine in Oracle VM VirtualBox Manager. After creating the virtual machine, run virtual machine by clicking the Start button. The system will boot using the attached ISO image. Let me maximize the virtual machine. We need to press any key from our keyboard to boot this virtual machine using the attached ISO image. Wait for few seconds for system to load the required installation files. Configure the installation language, time and currency format, and keyboard or input method for Windows Server 2022. When ready, click Next. Click on Install Now to start Windows Server 2022 installation process. We can see the message, Setup is starting. Now, we need to select the server operating system we want to install. You decide if you want GUI or command line interface. If you select Windows Server 2022 with desktop experience, that will install a Windows Server 2022 with graphical user interface. If we select Windows Server 2022 Standard or Data Center Evaluation, that will install a Windows Server 2022 with Server Core installation mode. In this example, I'm going to select Windows Server 2022 Data Center Evaluation with desktop experience. After selecting the operating system, click Next. Accept the license terms by selecting this checkbox. Click on Next. We need to choose the type of installation for Windows Server 2022. Here, we will choose Custom Install Microsoft Server Operating System Only Advanced option as we are performing clean installation of Windows Server 2022. Next, we have to specify where we would like to install Windows Server 2022. Select the virtual hard disk that we have created earlier. To create a partition, click on New. Specify the size of the partition and click on Apply to create a partition with specified size. It will give us a prompt that Windows might create additional partitions for system files. Click OK. Required partitions has been created successfully. Click Next to start the Windows Server 2022 installation on selected partition. We have to wait while Windows Server 2022 being installed on selected partition. Virtual machine will restart few times during the installation. Once the installation process is completed, the virtual machine will restart automatically. You will have 10 seconds to manually restart the virtual machine by clicking on Restart Now button. Else, the virtual machine will restart automatically after 10 seconds. Windows Server 2022 installation has been completed successfully. Now, we need to set up a complex password for our built-in administrator account. Type in a difficult and complicated password and click on the Finish button. Immediately, we set up the administrator account password, the Windows lock screen displays. Press Ctrl-Alt-Delete key combination to log on to Windows Server 2022. Type administrator password that we created earlier and press Enter to sign in to newly installed Windows Server 2022. After we install Windows Server 2022 on VirtualBox, we should also install VirtualBox Guest Additions tools. Click on Devices and select Insert Guest Additions CD image. Open the Windows Explorer, click on this PC and double-click on the VirtualBox Guest Additions CD image. Double-click on VBox Windows Additions AMD64. Click on Next, click on Next again, and click on Install to start installing Guest Addition tools on Windows Server 2022. Once the installation process is complete, ensure that the Reboot Now radio button is selected. Now, click on Finish. This will actually restart the virtual machine. After restart, let's again press Ctrl-Alt-Delete key combination to sign into this Windows Server 2022. The Server Manager dashboard opens automatically. Since we have already installed VirtualBox Guest Addition tools, now we can full screen our Windows Server 2022. Click on Local Server. Check the OS version. It is Microsoft Windows Server 2022 Data Center Evaluation Edition. So we have successfully installed Windows Server 2022 in VirtualBox virtual machine. I hope you found this video interesting and helpful. That's all for this video on how to install Windows Server 2022 on VirtualBox. Thank you all for watching this video. Have a nice day.